Welcome to Oilfield Network News and our first technical edition of 2026. Today, we're featuring Artemis Production Solutions Incorporated, a company making meaningful advancements in midstream oil and gas technology. We were very fortunate to sit down with their Chief Executive Officer, Mike Luna, to learn more about the innovations they're bringing to the industry. Mike brings a deep background in oilfield operations after graduating from Texas A&M Kingsville. His experience includes serving as general manager of engineered products and international operations at Compressor Systems, as well as vice president of engineered products at CSI Compresco. Although our paths never crossed directly, we did have overlapping time at Schlumberger, now SLB, right around the turn of this century. Mike now serves as president and CEO of Artemis Production Solutions, and in the following interview, you'll hear highlights from our conversation about technology, challenges, and the future of midstream operations. So today we're happy to have Mike Luna, the Chief Executive Officer for Artemis Production Solutions, and would like to dive right into the technology side. Some of our viewers aren't really familiar with midstream, so if you could just give us a brief overview of the service and what you provide.
Yeah, no, thank you, Phil. And so Artemis provides large-scale pipeline gas evacuation and mobile recompression services. It's designed to minimize methane emissions for the midstream operators. These are the folks handling the pipeline, moving that natural gas from point A to point B, from the wellhead down the transmission lines. You know, these millions of pipelines that spaghetti this country. When pipelines are taken out of service, whether it be for maintenance, modifications, or repairs, our system allows those operators to safely remove, compress, and transfer natural gas rather than venting or flaring it. And very key to all end users, operators, it's delivering efficient execution on, in our case, specifically large diameter transmission assets.
Okay, and this Proteus system, how is the technology different from what's out there today before Proteus?
Most existing approaches today rely on multiple platforms or smaller scale solutions that weren't necessarily designed for the larger diameter transmission pipelines operating over many miles, 5, 15, 20 plus miles. Drawing down a pipeline to very low pressures in a short time frame can be complex and challenging. Just the mechanics and the thermodynamics of this compression equipment. The Proteus system integrates power generation, dual compression technologies, automation, controls, and engineered safety systems into a single platform that can handle that large gas volume reliably. The differentiation isn't just capacity; it's the execution efficiency, defined safety margins, and methane emissions controlled at scale, at a large scale.
How often does it stop down to have the line serviced?
These different sections, per regulations, these operators, have maintenance plans going on continuously, not necessarily the same section of lines. Hence the mobile solution that we're driving up these various sections of pipelines that are continuously being having to go through some sort of inspection, maintenance, repairs. they're looping lines and expanding lines. So it's and I'll remind the audience that some of these pipelines have been underground for 50, 80 plus years. So we could only imagine over the course of that time the integrity that could be compromised, being buried for that long, which is a top priority for our customers, the safety, the integrity of their assets and the repercussions thereof.
So there's a lot of opportunity today to provide these services. What made you get into this area and specifically get interested in the technology and improvements?
So I've been fortunate, not only having been throughout my 30 years, not only having worked in upstream, but have spent a great portion of my career in the midstream space around this equipment. We've heard that compression it's iron, and it hadn't changed in half a century or longer. I think this is, so some of that has intrigued me, but so I've been around the midstream, the engineering solutions, operating the equipment. The idea came essentially from listening to our operators. The same challenge, they were faced with some challenges. That's what drives our team. Just solving challenges, trying to not just do the day in and day out, but giving back some to this great industry of ours. But those challenges were the need to execute pipeline evacuations faster and more economically, while minimizing the venting and the flaring. So that sort of instigated what us getting into onto this journey. We drew on our decades of experience, the team's experience in this very field around compression and specifically within the midstream sector.
Mike, you're obviously on the cutting edge here with midstream technology in Artemis. Do you anticipate or do you envision any newer and different technology changes as we move into the future?
Yes, I do, Phil. I think like many technologies deployed across the energy industry, the improvements are ultimately driven by the field experience. Whether it's refining controls, improving efficiency, optimizing procedures based on how the systems are used in real operations, real applications. I think those are the drivers. It's certainly what I've been taught and what I've witnessed and experienced over the past few decades with the great companies I've been at before. The energy industry has a long history of robust, proven technologies, and Artemis just builds on that foundation. In our case, by integrating and continuously improving those systems to address real operational safety and environmental challenges.
Our thanks again to Mike Luna for giving us an inside look at new technology emerging from Artemis Production Solutions. To learn more about this company, their innovations, and their latest developments, please visit their website at artemispsi.com. Artemis, along with other clips from this new interview, will also be featured in our first safety edition of 2026. Their technology not only improves cost and operational efficiency, but also reduces risk compared to the traditional methods and operations. So be sure to watch for that next Oilfield Network News edition coming soon. As always, keep innovating, keep networking, stay safe, and always be looking for ways to help others in our oil and gas industry.